Hey guys, welcome back to some more Fire Emblem Heroes content. Today, we're just gonna have a chat about Choose Your Legends 6, because I haven't really spoke about it here on this channel at all. We've talked about it a little bit on stream, but I actually haven't been streaming that much anyway, so yeah, let's get into it. So, we're 4 days into it now. We have our midterm results, which we're gonna talk about. I guess the very first thing I can do is I can actually show off my battle ballot here. Behold. So I stuck to my word. I voted for BROM because I just think he's a cool character and I want him in the game. Typically, if characters, if they do okay in Choose Your Legends, then they're more likely to get added to the game in the coming year. That's always been the idea. I don't know if that's actually tracked like this last year, but I assume it's the case. So yeah, BROM's cool. There aren't a lot of armor units in the game that I really like. It's basically just Black Knight and a couple offshoots like Felicia and Fjorm. Yeah, so having BROM in the game would just be really cool. You can see some of my other votes here, which reflect a couple things. So the first thing that happened that was interesting was they actually showed us the day one results, which was just really interesting and unexpected. Yeah, here we go. So this was after the first day of voting. They showed us the top 8 in alphabetical order, and so Soren is like the biggest surprise here, I would say, but not that surprising because he's usually like low top 10, maybe like 11 to 15 range. So since we've eliminated so many men from the category just because they keep winning, it makes sense that he would eventually get up there. And then for the women, Azura's up there now, Dorothea, Robin's up there, Tiki's up there, which is cool. Yeah, otherwise not super surprising. You know, Bernie, Byleth, they all did well last year. But let's just let's cut to the chase. All right, we got some midpoint results, and here they are. So obviously, huge surprise. People have been pushing for Awakening Tiki just because she hasn't gotten an alt ever in Fae besides Summer 2017, and people are thirsty for more, I suppose. So yeah, this is actually really cool. I'm in favor of kind of underdog characters like this. So yeah, we have Byleth still in second. I saw some people say that after we got legendary female Byleth, she wouldn't do as well in CYL, and I was thinking, I don't know, man. She has a lot of fans, especially in Japan, it seems. Also, keep in mind, like for CYL 5, I actually have that open here. Last year, she got 25,000 votes, which is just a lot more than, the runner-ups. So I think even if she did fall off a little bit, it makes sense that she's still in the top 2 here. And I suspect that this will remain constant. Like, I think these two are going to win. I think Tiki and Byleth are going to be our 2 winners. I think the Tiki voters feel emboldened. I think a lot of people are going to keep voting for her because they're like, oh shit, it's actually a possibility. It could actually happen now. So yeah, that's actually really exciting. I like when stuff like this happens because otherwise it's just kind of boring. So yeah, the women's side continues to be, I don't want to say volatile because that implies I don't like Tiki. It's the more unpredictable one, I would say. Going down the list here, Bernie is still really high up there. So in my video where I talked about CYL 6, I speculated that Bernie would fall off a little more. I'm willing to admit that I was probably wrong because, I mean, look at her. She's number 3 even still. So you got to give credit where it's due. Corrin, number 4. Going down the list here, Awakening Anna is hanging in there. Tharja is an interesting one just because I think in like year 1, she was like top 5. It was nuts. For some reason, Tharja was super popular. Alencia is much higher than usual, so that's cool. I like Alencia. And yeah, otherwise, this is to be expected. I don't know what's up with Sita's portrait. She's like not centered properly, but there we go. Leone, nowhere to be found, unfortunately. I do like the meme where like each year a different girl from Golden Deer gets to be a winner. At this rate, we are not gonna get that unless the Hilda voters really show up. Midpoint results for the men. Also interesting. So obviously we have Crom in first place. That's not surprising at all. I saw some people saying that the Crom voters might get complacent just because it seemed like such a given, but I mean, there he is. he speaks for himself. It's also been a while since the last Crom alt, so I think he's a shoo-in. I think Crom is probably going to get the most votes, even still. Seliph coming out of nowhere. So Seliph in second place, I think is really interesting because last year he was just non-existent. I mean, look at this. Look for Seliph. Can you spot Seliph? Where is he? Yeah, 6,000 votes. All the way down at 10, below Ash, below Dedue. Speaking of Ash and Dedue, where are they this time? Where'd they go? Where'd Dedue go? I guess because Dedue got added to the game, so that actually makes sense. Yeah, so Seliph, pretty exciting to see him up here. I don't think we've had an FE4 or 5 character win yet, so I'm in favor. I like it. I think I predicted that. Excuse me. I predicted that Felix would win. At this rate, I think he's probably gonna stay in third. He might drop to fourth, just because I think the Soren voters are gonna rally a little bit. But yeah, I suspect that the Seliph voters are gonna keep Seliph in second. So pretty cool. So Soren in fourth place is actually pretty nuts. If we look at CUAL 5, Soren is just not here. Shout out to all the people on my timeline who are pushing Soren. I've seen a lot of Soren love recently. I like it. Yeah, Soren got 17th overall last year. Actually, a pretty decent number of votes. He was just below Seliph. I don't think that Soren can break top 2, but hey, that would be really cool. We have Byleth falling all the way down to 6th, which is, I'll say it's surprising, just because, you know, I think he did gain votes, like just barely in CUAL 5. I think he gained like 2,000 votes from CUAL 4 to 5. But I mean, if you compare him to Crom, it's like, yeah, there's a pretty big gap there, so. People are just rallying different characters, it seems. And I think people really don't like the possibility of 2 Byleths winning CUYL at the same time, which is understandable. We got Sigurd, Alphonse, the usual suspects. I think Toma and Kane are the only characters in the midpoint results that aren't in the game yet, so maybe someday we'll get another TMS banner. But yeah, I guess that's it for my little chat here. Not much else to report on, Chief. Let's see. I'll look back at my battle ballot. If you can spare a vote for BROM, I would appreciate it. Let's see. Where did BROM place last year? Do I even want to know? BROM. Okay, not top 200. A little surprised. Let's see. He's got to be in here though. I mean, come on. There we go, 319. 205 votes. I think I was 6 of those last year, maybe 5. So I mean, just think of it this way: if you can spare a vote for BROM, you are like you're one of the only ones in there. You know, you want to have a unique battle ballot, then vote for BROM. Who are you voting for this CUAL 6? Let me know in the comments, and let me know what you think of these midpoint results. Would you be satisfied with the Tiki Byleth Crom Seliph timeline? I think I'd be okay with it personally. Seeing as how, like, I think Byleth is, and she's inevitable. She's gonna win CUAL eventually, so. And I actually don't dislike her. I know people don't like female Byleth's, like, character design, but I never felt too strongly about it, personally. Let me know who you're voting for, and I'll report back here probably after we get the final results. I'll catch you guys next time. Oh, hey, Byleth is actually trending. Let's check it out. Oh, I can't show that.